Hey, good morning, Chad. This is a quick demo video for you for your Ultimate Works Ronin. This is installed now with a Profi, or I'm sorry, not a Profi, CFX rather. Install the CFX that you wanted. It had a factory install in it, which looked like this. I'm not quite sure what this board is. I've never seen it before. Somebody could probably tell me in the comments, but that's what it had in it before. We went ahead and gutted all of that. I'll put this back in your box just in case you want it. I did throw away the top piece though, because it took a little bit of maneuvering to get that out, so it wasn't good anymore. All right, but you've got now a Carl Chen V2. It's a Neopixel connector in there. You still have your 2-button setup, so your back switch will be your power, your front will be your auxiliary. I did go through and do some mild weathering just to break down some of this plain black. Knock down all of the edges all around your handguard, your emitter, just everything really that had an edge back here on your pommel as well. You'll notice that to install this saber, I had to break everything down, which means taking the wrap off, taking all the screws out of this guy, opening it up. It kind of opens like a pancake. Get everything out of there and then reinstall it that way. So put it all back together, rewrapped it. How to get to your chassis is you just want to come over here, twist your pommel counterclockwise, it will snap and then come off. Same thing as the other setup basically. But you'll see your speaker there. Take your saber in one hand like this and cup your other hand and go like that once, and it will pop out enough where you can just pull it right out. So now you have your CFX board. I got your sound fonts on here that you sent me, so they are all Kyberphonic fonts, and we'll run through all of those together. Easy access to your SD card from here. You can simply push it in and out with your finger just like that. You will have to lift up the board though if you want to get to the USB. There is obviously a little notch cut out in the chassis for that so that it can rest nice in here. It's a very tight press fit. It's not going anywhere on you, but you can pop it up like this to get to the USB if that's what you like to do. All right. You have a removable battery setup. This has a 22mm Smuggler's Outpost Nano Elite speaker. It is fully enclosed, so it sounds really good. You can turn up the volume on this when you get it. I've got everything down to 40% or 40. So the menu volume and, of course, the main volume, everything's set to 40. You could probably bump that up to 60 if you wanted. I just like to play it safe. All right, so we'll go ahead and throw a battery in this guy. So this PCB right here, this is a Smuggler's Outpost Switch Pixel PCB set. And that makes contact with a 14-pin PCB set that you can just barely make out in there. All right, that never comes out. You can take this chassis, and unlike the other one where you kind of had to line it up, you can put this in any way you want, right? As long as this piece goes in first. So just come over here and throw it right in. Push it in. Don't push on the speaker though. Let the pommel do the work for you. So we'll come over here, put our pommel on, and then turn it clockwise until it snaps into place. It will be a tight fit. The pommel pushes the chassis forward into those pins. Make sure that everything is nice and locked down so that you can come over here and hit power. Up here, obviously, auxiliary. So your LEDs are shining nice and bright. And I did give you motion controls. So you can twist this off or you can twist it on as well. Twist it off. We'll throw a blade in here. This is set up for a full-length 1-inch diameter blade. I'm going to use my test blade though. Lock it down. Even though your emitter has a spot for 3 different grub screws for blade retentions, you just have the one on here, which is more than plenty. So that's what we're going to use. It may not focus. There it goes. You see it right there. All right. So again, Okay, blade lock up. To switch sound fonts on this guy, set it up to where you don't have to go in the sound font menu. When the saber's off, hold the power button and hit the saber.
Disgraceful.
Now we're to the next sound font. Good flash on flash. We'll go to another one.
Just a simple wanderer.
Whoops. Tapping the auxiliary button shows you your battery meter. So when you have a full-length blade in here, you know, if you have a half-life on your battery, it will just light half the blade. If you don't want to twist it off, you can just tap the power button. We'll go to another one. Second sister. Now, if you ever want to change color, all these sound fonts that you sent me go with a red blade, so that's what's on here. If you want to change color, hold down the auxiliary and twist your wrist. You'll hear this sound. Spectrum. Now you can just twist the saber, and you can go to any color you like. So if we like that blue there, we'll go on blue and we'll hit power. Now we've locked in that blue blade. I will take it back to red for you though.
Spectrum.
Now I put the red blade back on. All right, go to another font.
I am a Jedi.
Let's do a green on this one.
Spectrum.
There we go. Or you can tap it, just like that. All right, we'll go ahead and take the blade out of here and break it down. As you know, CFX does have a deep sleep mode, so you can leave the battery in if you want. I personally feel like it's the best practice to take it out. So we'll pop our pommel off, bring our chassis out, that easy. Come over here from the positive side by your speaker, pop it out with your finger just like that. All right, so that's basically your Ultimate Works Ronin. Sorry, I do have my name over here in Airbrush Solo Sabers, and then when you get this in person, it'll be easier to see on the chassis how I put the Warrior code on there in kanji for you as well. All right, but let me know if you have any questions, if that all makes sense to you. It's my intention to actually get this out in the mail to you today. All right, thanks.